Bosun, none that I more love than myself. You are a counselor. If you can command these elements to silence and work the peace of the present, we will not hand a rope more. Use your authority. If you cannot, give thanks you have lived so long, and make yourself ready in your cabin for the mischance of the hour, if it so hap. Surely, good hearts, out of our way, I say. Bosun retorts to Gonzalo that he loves himself more than anybody else, none that I more love than myself. If Gonzalo thinks that royalty makes a difference, he can show his power in controlling the storm. If he cannot, he should be grateful for being alive. Bosun in turn orders the noblemen to go below and get ready to meet death. He asks the sailors to continue their efforts and orders the noblemen to clear the deck rather rudely. Gonzalo makes light of the situation by remarking that Bosun, being in ship, comforts him. I have great comfort in this fellow. Methinks he hath no drowning mark upon him. His complexion is perfect gallows. Stand fast, good fate, to his hanging make the rope of his destiny our cable. For our own death doth little advantage. If he be not born to be hanged, our case is miserable. He says, Gonzalo states that he is sure that Bosun is destined to be hanged and not drowned. It's written on his brow that Bosun will be hanged. As long as Bosun is in the ship, they will be saved because of his fate to be hanged. All of them will be saved. All of them will go to the land so that Bosun can be hanged. So, he asks fate not to change her plans. Fate is personified here. Fate not to change her plans, that for Bosun should be hanged. Bosun ignores the nobleman. Down with the topmast, here, lower, lower, bring her to try with the main course. A plague upon this howling, they are louder than the weather or our office. He ignores the nobleman and continues with his work. He asks the sailors to take down the topmast to set the ship back to sea as the Tom was carrying it towards land at this juncture. Antonio and Sebastian re-enters to be rebuked by Bosun. Yet again, what do you hear? Here it is to Antonio and Sebastian. Bosun is speaking. Shall we give over and drown? Have you yet a mind to sing? Are you getting ready to sing? Why are you coming and interfering our work? Sebastian loses his temper. A plague or your throat, you bawling, blasphemous and charitable dog. Sebastian curses him to be afflicted with throat disease so that he will stop shouting and calls him a dog. Bosun asks him to take over the duties of the sailors. Okay, you're calling me dog, so now take over the duties. Go you then. Antonio comes in. Hang, you insolent noisemaker. We are less afraid to be drowned than thou art. He insults Bosun. Antonio says that Bosun should be hanged and abuses him by calling him son of harlot. Harlot means a bad woman. And noisemaker. He says that he is not scared to be drowned, but we know Antonio is really that scared. He is panicking. We can make it out from his dialogue. But when you see Gonzalo never loses his cool. He minds his language, which shows he is a thorough gentleman. I warrant him for drowning, though the ship were no stronger than a nutshell. Even if the ship was not as strong as a nutshell, I am sure he will not drown and we will be saved because of him. Bosun, lay her a hold, set her 2 courses, off to sea again, lay her off. He is still giving out instructions to the mariners. You try to take the ship towards the sea. Re-enter mariners wet, all lost. To prayers, all lost. So it is confirmed that ship is about to sink and nothing can be done. Bosun, what? Must our mouths be cold? Means he says that whether they have to die, mouths be cold, whether we have to die. Gonzalo then reminds the king and the prince all prayers. Let's assist them, for our case is as theirs. Gonzalo reaffirms that they are safe, but Gonzalo decides to join the king and son to pray. When Sebastian says he's lost his patience, Antonio accuses the sailors. We are merely cheated of our lives by drunkards. This white-chapped rascal, would thou mightest lie drowning the washing of 10 tides. He says that drunken sailors is the cause of this situation. He holds Bosun responsible. He wishes that Bosun would be washed by 10 tides after drowning. During those days, pirates were hanged on the shore at low water mark and left until 3 tides had washed them. 10 times, in Antonio's view, intensifies the severity of punishment. Gonzalo still believes that he'll be hanged. He'll be hanged yet, though every drop of water sware against it and gape at wits and glut him. Here, even though the situation seems that they are all going to be sinking, still Gonzalo holds on to his philosophy that they will not drown because of Bosun. And then we hear a there is chaos in the deck, confusion, a confused noise within. Mercy on us, we split, farewell my wife and children, farewell brother, we split. That is, the sailors are jumping onto the sea to save themselves. They are saying goodbye to everybody. They don't know whether they will live or die. Antonio gets ready to sing with the king. Let's all sing with the king. Sebastian, let's go and say goodbye to him. So here mariners bid farewell to everyone and prepares to jump into the sea. Antonio decides to die with the king in the sea. Sebastian goes to bid farewell to the king. And Gonzalo says that the last dialogue of the scene says that he is willing to welcome an acre of weeds or 1,000 furlongs in exchange for 1,000 furlongs of sea. He expresses his wish to die a dry death. Here, now would I give 1,000 furlongs of sea for an acre of barren groundling, heath, broom, furze, anything. He just needs dry land. And he is ready to give 1,000 furlongs of sea for a little land where he can have a dry death. Here we can see Bosun is an shrewd and insolent fellow. He is dominating and impatient, very rude, arrogant, defies the authority. And Antonio and Sebastian, both of them are haughty and rude, and we can see their character through the language they use, and in contrast to Gonzalo, who is a thorough gentleman. So we come to the end of Act 1, Scene 1. Thank you, children.